Let me ask you a question. Have you ever tried to fly a drone? If yes, have you ever tried to figure out how does a drone flies or how does it operates? If yes, have you ever tried to add something on that drone to spice it up with your own creation, your own innovation, your own creativity or something? Not much of us tried. But this one guy, he built his own drone. He created his own drone back in 11 years from now, 11 years back. Okay, and for now the KL sanitation work due to this COVID-19, this one drone is helping this government to spray these disinfectants for the tall buildings. So for those who know this, we're going to talk about David Amuthesan, and this is Bhavi's talk. His passion towards drones are so amazing. So he tried to build his first drone back in 11 years ago. So that drone, it took up, it flew for 2 seconds and it fell on the floor, it collapsed. So that's lifetime of the first drone ever made by David Amuthesan. But he never gave up. What he does is, he took the drone, he sat at the corner, his working corner, he tried to figure out why does this drone is not flying more than 2 seconds. Then he found something, and then he added a thing called microcontroller to the drone to make it stable. So now the drone is flying stable, but the way the drone is flying is making us out of a nightmare. So what does this David does is, he added another one thing called parameter and GPS. So you can find that you can actually find where this drone is going, where this drone is actually accurately. So this is back in 11 years ago. So when those times you can't find this hardwares that easily back in 11 years ago. So for the first 4 years of this David's journey, for first 4 years, what he does is he do this as a hobby. Drone was his hobby. Drone was his side income. So he does filmings and stuff like that, and he get monies from that, and he pay for his college fees and a lot of his personal things. So that's how it's going on. So one day, his ex-lecturer's friend called him. He said, David, I saw your post on Facebook. I saw you building drones. So let me ask you something. Can you build a drone which can spray liquids, which can carry liquids to spray on top of the paddy field? The moment that David heard this, he go like, wow, this is super amazing. So he said yes, he gonna reply this guy in another 1 week. He took his own time. He sit at his working corner. He calculate what is going to what does this material is going to make up for this drone to suit what does his ex-lecturer's friend told him. So and then he, after a week ago, he called his ex-lecturer's friend and he said, yes, I can do this for you. Let's give it a shot, but it's going to take a lot of money. It's going to take a lot of patience. It's going to take a lot of time. Seriously, a lot of time. So they said, yeah, let's go for a shot. After that, what they does is they come up with this one prototype called Natalie. That was their first drone. Before that, let me explain you. They're using this drone for agriculture. His ex-lecturer's friend is interested in agriculture. So they are doing this technology for agriculture first of all. So let me explain to you why do they going to switch from humans to technologies in agriculture. Look at the traditional agricultural way. There will be human carrying a backpack of a full tank, 30 liters of fertilizer. It's called the AI. That's a term. AI is a term which says it's a fertilizer that consists of herbicide and pesticide. So I have to carry 30 liters of that AI, and they're gonna walk around the paddy field and just spraying that. It takes a lot of time. You have to walk under the sun. This is Malaysia and this is so hot. You're gonna walk under the sun, and then if you're unlucky, you get bitten by the snake. So all these are the obstacles. And then they come up with this one drone called Natalie. Natalie is a drone ever built by David Amuthesan. So this thing can carry 5 liters. Then one day the agent called David. David, can you come to our place and test this drone on a field, on paddy field, I think. Can you test this? So they went, they tested, everything was good. And then the agent said, yes, it's good. And right now our place, we are having workers shortage, so we thinking about using the drone. Then David says, yes, this is a good idea, we can start right now. But the thing is, Natalie can carry only 5 liters. But the requirements that the agent said is, they're gonna spray 200 liters of this AI, this fertilizer, 200 liters of fertilizer on that 1 hectare of land. Just imagine this one drone, it can carry only 5 liters. So you're gonna land and take off for 40 times to spray that entire 1 hectare, which is not so efficient. So after this, what they does is, okay, this is back in 2015. So they want to improvise the technologies on the drone. So what they does, they took a trip to China. So China's agriculture, they're using this drone technology earlier than us. So they innovate, they try to change things, like they want to use this for agriculture. Okay, so David and his team went to China. So there, what they saw is, they went to this biggest agriculture farm. What they saw is, so just imagine this is a paddy field. Just imagine this is a paddy field. This is point A and this is point B. So there will be a pilot that operates the drone at the point A, and there will be another guy at the point B holding a red color flag. Why does this guy holding a flag? I'll tell you later. So this guy at the point A, he will fly the drone. So by spraying the AI, the fertilizer, from point A to point B. It is around 300 meters length. So by the time the drone reaches the point B, the guy standing at the point B with the red flag will wave the flag, say, okay, your drone already reached here. So this is not actually efficient. They come up with a drone just to cover up the workers shortage. So at China, it takes 4 person to operate a single drone, which is not really efficient. So they came back to Malaysia. David and his team, they're thinking of making another one drone which have all the improved version. What does the Natalie have before? Natalie is a drone, so they want things which is improvised from Natalie the drone. So they come up with this one drone called Marie. So this time Marie is a drone which is autonomous, fully autonomous, and then it is no control. Natalie is also autonomous, no control, and Mary is a better version of autonomous, no control. So because back in many years, what David does is he sit and he think, why does a drone crash? A drone crash because of the human error or the hardware error. So to fix this both, he come out with a system called autonomous. You don't need a control to control the drone. It can fly it by its own. It can direct its own way. It can just go by its own. So this is called autonomous. So far, David have crashed more than 196 drones, but Marie remains the only drone that it doesn't crash before. Marie and Natalie, I think. So I'm not sure, but this is what I read before. Okay, and then the design Marie with something very, very improved version of the Natalie, the drone. So to spray 200 liters of fertilizer in 1 hectare of land is impossible. So what does David think is previously? He said, okay, I can't spray 200 liters of fertilizer on a single land, but what I can do is I can increase the spraying pressure of my drone. I can increase the nozzle of my drone. I can increase the velocity of the drone, the altitude and the sword of the drone, so it can just spray wider. So that's the idea. So what he does, he improved all these 5 elements in this drone called Marie. So end of the day, he took them 2 months of time straight. They woke up at 5 o'clock and they go back home after the sun goes down for 2 weeks to make an experiment on this Marie, to make sure that this Marie is working very good. Marie, the drone, is working very good. And finally, it is the time for Marie to work at the real paddy field. Yes, this was a huge success for David Amuthesan and his team. So they came up with a lot of drones after that, a lot of models of drone. So now, for now, we know Natalie and Mary. So right now, I guess there will be a lot of drones, a lot of prototypes and going on right now. And what inspired me so much is, right now he's working with the government for the sanitation work at the KL area. Now we are having the pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic, right? So we are working with this government to spray all the disinfectants during this COVID-19 pandemic at the red zone area at KL. So they tested back in 1 or 2 days, which is working very good. So government is approving this. They're going to use this maybe in a week of time. They started to use this, they tested to spray on these high-end buildings. Okay, so the drone they're going to use for this sanitization work at KL is, I don't know the exact name for the drone, but this drone has the capacity to fly 20 minutes straight. It has 8 spraying nozzles, and it has 16 liters of storage to store the liquid, the disinfectant. Okay, so they can customize the drone for its usage, like just like the nozzles and the spraying pressure. You can customize your drone for this spraying for the work it's gonna do, which is seriously amazing job by David and his team. So after I started to read about David Amuthesan, I know there's something called Dronology. So whoever who have the interest of joining to build a drone or interested in drone, you can actually find this company called Dronology Sdn Bhd. Droneology Sdn Bhd. I'll leave this thing in the description. You can find it there. You can submit your things there. You can just work with them if you love drones so much. Okay, and then I'm ending this video with a thing that David told. I saw his TED Talks video. So this thing inspires me a lot. What he told is, you can come up with a lot of inventions. You can invent many things. That's the easiest part. But invent something which is usable, which is trustworthy, which is sellable is the point. I can invent anything right now, which is easy for me. But the thing is, at the end of the day, you have to make sure that whatever you invent is usable, it is sellable, and people are willing to use that. So that's the point. So from here I learned inventing is not important. Inventing something which will work very good, very well among the people is very important. So I'll leave it to you guys. I got seriously inspired by this story. David Amuthesan is our homeboy from Malaysia, but not much of us know him. He's done short films, he's done TV shows, and a lot of people should know him. Indians should know him. Okay, so I'm sharing this to all of you guys who are having interest in Dronology. You can just join this team, you can work with them, and just send your details to them. So see you guys in the next video. This is Bhavi's talk, and I enjoy talking about David Amuthesan. I feel so proud our homeboy is making it up, and there's gonna be so much of success for David Amuthesan in the future. And thank you so much for watching. Share this with your friends and family. Stay at home and spend a beautiful time with family, and bye bye.